Hello guys, listen, I have to keep this video short because where you are seeing these videos, I'm not allowed to upload long videos. That's why I want you to book private sessions for only 25 rand and for me to show you all of this. This is going to be part 4 of a data access layer, which is a database. It's a type of unique project, especially for licensing tips, so I can show you how I built it. So please watch part 1, part 2 and part 3 before understanding part 4. Now I've been talking about entity framework, right? Now how does it now wire everything up in a database, right? So let's go and look for entity framework. Let's just use entity framework. So what is this? Entity framework is an open source. This is an AI that is built into Bing right now. It's fine, I'll go with that. Entity framework is an object relational mapper that enables .NET developers to work with relational data using domain-specific objects. It eliminates the need for most of data access code that developers usually need to write. Stuff like select star from, remember that one? So yeah, just know that this guy is an object relational mapper, ORM, for ADO.NET. So I've been using this guy for years now. So now you know this, right? So I'm going to show you a couple of things. Number one, what you're going to learn is when you're retrieving data, like in a table such as news feeds, you're going to learn stuff like this line. I've learned a lot about this. So what it does is going to return, and here I'm saying get all news feeds, right? It's going to return, but awaiting, because it's an asynchronous operation, right? So what it does is going to say, this is the guy that talks to the database. In there, we have a table called news feeds. So what I'm doing, I have the first thing that comes from entity framework, right? So this guy, it sorts the element of a sequence in descending order according to a key. This is very important. You need to learn these things. So in this case, because I have a column called created on, so let me show you this guy, right? When was a newsfeed created? It's very important. One can be created on Monday, the other one can be created on Tuesday, and the last one can be created on Wednesday. So what I'm doing, I'm saying, give me the one that was last created, which is on Wednesday. Give me that one. I want you to sort them out. So start with the one that was created on Wednesday, then Tuesday, then Monday, right? The first one should be at the bottom, but the most recent one should be at the top. So this is what this guy does. And then what I'm doing in here, I can pass in an expression. So if I say x such as x, the moment I say x dot, I have access to all the properties of this class called newsfeed, such as newsfeed ID, title, description, value, and create on. We spoke about this in other parts, right? And then I say you're gonna now sort by this guy. This is the key, right? And you're gonna return to me as a list. What does it do? It asynchronous, because this is a tool list async. It asynchronously creates a list of type T from an iterable out of type T by enumerating it asynchronously, right? So it returns a task that represents the asynchronous operation. The task return contains a list. So what I'm getting here is a list. You see, a task of a list. Remember there it was a T. See that T? So this is gonna be my type. So it's gonna be a list of news feeds. So that's what's gonna be returned. So I want you now to pay attention to this. So that's the one. But what if you want to get a specific one? I'm glad that you want to know that. So if you want to get a specific one, you're going to use a find async. Now this one finds an entity with a given primary key values, right? So what I'm passing there is this guy. What you expect is going to be a key, and in this case it's going to be newsfeed ID, right? So that's going to be one of the methods you're going to need to learn in entity framework. Another one, let's see, for edit, do we have anything? It's still gonna be find. Also the entry. Now, when you are editing something, you're gonna see this more often. It's part of, you see, Microsoft.entity framework core .change tracking. So I can teach you all of this, and then .state, and then entity state .modified, and then this save changes async. I can teach you all of this. When you delete, you first have to find whatever you want to delete, and then you see this one's using remove. We're removing the entire object, you know, from that table, and then you're gonna save the changes. All of these guys. But it's not, it goes beyond this. Let me see, is there anything else I can show you? For example, users. Let me show quickly the users. You saw this guy, you saw this one, you saw find async, find by ID. This one's a unique one. Find by ID. This is what I wanted to show you. The where condition, right? So this one filters a sequence of values based on a predicate. So this is my predicate to say x such as x.id. So whatever is it that I want to filter, I need to pass in the expression. So all this I can teach you. So this is just a condition, and then say to list. But there are also times where you want to say, I don't want to use where, I want to use the first or default. I was working with it today, so let's go to startup. This one, where is it? If you want to get a specific one, in fact, it's on data, it's on web API. Finally, this is going to be the final thing I want to show you. So let me close this, and then let me open this guy, then let me go to services, and then let me go to v2 startup. There we go. So here we are saying order by descending, you know this by now, but first or default. Give me the first one or the default value, and then this still has an expression that I want to pass on to it. Listen, this is part 4. I can go on and on and on, but I love what I do as a .NET developer, as a programmer in C#, using C#. You know, this is what License Handy Tips is all about. I can teach you all this for 25 Rand per session for a full hour. It can be any time from Monday to Friday, from 8 until 9. If you schedule 4 sessions, I'll give you the 5th one for free. Sounds good? I'll leave my numbers down below. Thank you.